Paul Ryan got elected as Speaker last fall, his campaign promises to the other Republicans boiled down to this bumper sticker. He would bring regular order back to the House of Representatives. And who could argue with that? It sure sounds like a simple and appropriate objective for things to run under the rules and practices that we all learned about in civics class. But what does it really mean? Not just inside the Beltway, but to an average American. Ryan says his goal is to make sure that every American's elected representative actually has a say-so and a voice in the process. Here are some important parts of the process for making that happen. When a member writes and introduces a bill, it's sent to one of the 21 legislative committees for consideration. From agriculture, that's pretty self-explanatory, down to Ways and Means. Most of the 435 members sit on just one or maybe two committees. So in theory, they've got an interest and an expertise in the policies under their panel's purview. Regular order means having the committees and their subcommittees hold hearings and then debate and amend legislation. But in reality, it hasn't often worked out that way in recent years. The biggest bills, especially, have been written behind closed doors by the Republican leaders and a handful of others. Regular order means only those measures that get through committee move on to the full House. And there, the debate and the opportunity to propose changes is open to all members, including those on the minority party side of the aisle. In reality, some of these leadership bills go straight to the House, where the GOP majority has the power to keep the deliberations short and to block amendments from getting offered, let alone voted on. Regular order means lawmakers get 3 days to read over a measure before they have to vote yay or nay. In reality, the spirit of the rule gets overtaken by the leadership's anxiety about pushing a controversial bill through before too many people find too many provisions that they don't like. So a bill gets unveiled late on day 1 and put to a vote early on day 3. Regular order even means that members are supposed to get to the floor and use their electronic voting cards within 15 minutes after the starting bell for every roll call. In reality, some of these votes get held open way longer, sometimes to allow arm twisting, but many other times just to accommodate dawdling lawmakers. Regular order means that once the House and the Senate have passed different versions of a similar bill, the prime shapers of the measure get together for what's called a conference committee to come up with a compromise that's acceptable to most senators and House members. In reality, there haven't been that many such negotiating sessions in recent years. More often than not, one chamber has said to the other, "Here's what we just passed. You can take it or leave it." More regular order has returned in the first few months under Speaker Ryan. Yes, he did jam through a bill to tighten the admission of refugees without any committee action or amendments allowed, but that's been the exception more than the rule. This election year's legislative pace is just about to pick up, so we can check back in the fall to see how much of his promises Ryan has been able to keep.